Hey, this is She Said, a space where women talk about stuff. And I'm your host, Cameron Esposito, a woman. I'm also a lesbian. Today on the show, we'll talk about coming out. Here's my co-host, Rhea Butcher. Hey, Rhea. Butcher.
Hey.
Now, we're not just hilarious co-hosts on this show, but we're also engaged. High five. Now, Rhea, when did you realize you were gay?
I realized I was gay when I was about 4, like right when I realized I was a person. I just didn't have the words for it, because I was a little kid.
Well, I figured it out when I was about 19. I always had loving and affectionate feelings for women. I just didn't know what that meant until I went to college, and then I kissed a woman for the first time, and then I was like, oh, that's what that means. Rhea, when did you decide to come out to your parents and friends?
I took it in like a step-by-step sort of a New Kids on the Block situation.
Ooh, baby.
Gonna get to you, girl. I remember the first friend that I came out to, we went to Subway.
Eat fresh.
And I was like, I have to tell you something. I am gay. And she was like, I know, that's great. And then we just ate our sandwiches.
That's pretty awesome.
And then I came out to my mom and it went really well. And then I waited about 10 more years to come out to my dad. I think for me specifically, I just had to get comfy with myself a little bit and in the world before I came out to the rest of my family.
For my family, it was difficult. I'm from a conservative Catholic family. I grew up in the suburbs of Chicago. I didn't know any gay people. When I told my parents that I was gay, they were really worried that I wouldn't have a positive future. They didn't know what it might look like for me to have a family. They didn't know if it would be possible for me to have kids. They didn't know if I would ever be able to be in love with somebody because we just didn't have examples of it in our community. I also felt that way. I was really worried about my future and I didn't know what my future would look like. It turns out my future looks like her. I think it took about 5 years for me to be comfortable enough with myself that I wasn't worried. And it took about that length of time for my parents to also realize that nothing had changed about who I was and that I wasn't unsafe being the person that I am in the world. Most of the people I knew didn't know that being gay is not a choice, that it's something that you are and that it's a wonderful thing to be. So when do you think you became really comfortable talking about being a lesbian?
I got really comfortable after I started doing stand-up because as soon as I stepped on stage to do an open mic for the first time, I decided that I was going to be 100% honest about my life.
Stand-up is also how I became comfortable with the person that I am. I think I was on stage saying into a microphone that I was comfortable being gay as a way of working through the fact that I wasn't yet. So Rhea, what advice do you have for people who are nervous about coming out?
It really is a powerful moment in your life to come out and to walk through that door and have people on the other side with open arms waiting for you.
Yeah, it's actually something worth celebrating because a lot has changed, and so I know that we live in a slightly different world than the world that Rhea and I were little gay teenagers in. And so if you're just feeling stoked to be the person that you are, then I'm super happy for you. We have love in our life. Our families know who we are, and they're on board. We have friends who are mostly straight, and they love us, and we never have to lie about the people that we are. And I am so glad to be gay.
Me too!
Somebody comes out to you, all you have to say is, hey, congratulations. I love you, and I'm so happy for you. Now let's hit a final word over here. Rhea and I both believe that coming out is important because it allows friends and family to love you for the person you really are. That being said, if you're a young person and you believe coming out might be a threat to your mental, emotional, or physical safety, we encourage you to wait to come out at a time that feels safe to you. Only you know what feels safe. Listen to yourself on that. Thanks for watching She Said, and please check out our other videos. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Cameron Esposito.
And I'm at Rhea Butcher. Tweet at us. We'd love to hear from you.
We really would.
To watch more, click here.
And to subscribe, click here. Hey, that's a smart girl's Twitter handle. What are the odds?